how awful of a Pokemon Magikarp is. Its evolution Gyarados is awesome, but Magikarp itself, its base stats are terrible. It does have good speed though, I'll give it that. However, in Sword and Shield, Magikarp does have a few things going for it that makes me think it might actually be possible to beat Leon using just a Magikarp. For starters, for the first time ever, Magikarp can learn the move Hydro Pump. Normally in Pokemon games, Magikarp can only learn Splash, Tackle, Flail, and Bounce. Not really a great moveset. However, in Sword and Shield, Magikarp can learn the technical record for Hydro Pump, which for the first time gives it a strong Water-type move to use. Now, coming off that base 15 special attack, it's not going to be doing that much damage, but if we level our Magikarp all the way up to level 100 and EV train it in special attack, we might be able to do something with it. So this right here is our little future champ, Macho Man, the Magikarp. Now he's EV trained fully in HP and special attack to maximize his bulk and the power of his moves, caught in a lore ball for that little aesthetic, and he knows the moveset Hydro Pump, Tackle, Bounce, and Splash, just for fun. Now we're probably not going to be using any other moves other than Hydro Pump, but they're there just in case we need them. For our first and hopefully only battle against Leon, we're not going to be using any items. So Macho Man's not going to be holding any items, and we're not going to use anything in battle. Let's see how this goes. So starting off the battle, Leon sends out his Aegislash, and I send out Macho Man, the Magikarp. Now the thing about Aegislash is whenever I face them, it seems like they always go for King Shield the first turn. Now, King Shield, if you don't know, is a move like Protect, where it blocks damage for one turn, and if you use a move that makes contact with the shield, it'll actually lower your attack stat by 2 stages. So predicting that, I went in, guns blazing, and went right away for my Dynamax. Dynamaxing this Magikarp actually gives me quite a few advantages. First off, it turns my Hydro Pump into the Max Geyser move, which is a lot stronger than Hydro Pump. Then when we use it, it also makes it start raining on the battlefield, which is super good because it boosts up the damage for my water-type moves a little bit, and it also activates my Magikarp's ability, Swift Swim, which doubles my speed while it's raining. So I go for the Max Geyser, and I predicted the Aegislash correctly, and it did go for King Shield. Now, going for King Shield does reduce the amount of damage, but my Geyser still got through a little bit, and I was lucky enough to land a critical hit. With that, we got the very important rain off on the field. My next turn was super simple, just went for another Max Geyser and knocked out this Aegislash. So right now, things aren't looking too bad. 1 down, 5 to go, and we haven't taken any damage yet. But then things go south very quickly when Leon decides to send out the Pokemon I'm very scared of, Dragapult. Now, Dragapult is really annoying for Magikarp to fight here because it's a dragon type, so naturally, it's going to resist my Max Geyser move. On top of that, his Dragapult also knows Thunderbolt, which is super effective against my Magikarp. Now, Magikarp's defenses are terrible already, so taking a super effective hit is not what we want to be doing. So I go for Max Geyser again, my last turn of being able to use it, and unfortunately, even though it's boosted by the rain, it doesn't do enough damage to knock out the Dragapult. It lives and gets a Thunderbolt off on me. But our boy Macho Man takes that Thunderbolt like it does not care, and it only does about a third of our health because we're Dynamaxed right now. But the fun quickly wears off, and Magikarp shrinks back down to its tiny little size, and also shrinks back down to 160 HP, which is not looking good for us. Luckily though, we're able to hit the Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump only has 80 accuracy, so it can miss a lot, and we knock out the Dragapult. So now that's 2 of his Pokemon down, and one of the scariest Pokemon on his team. However, our resources are also wearing down too. That rain is not going to last forever. For Leon's third Pokemon, he sends out Mr. Rhyme, which is another Pokemon that can easily cause some trouble for me. Once again, just like Dragapult, it knows that terrifying move, Thunderbolt. And this time, we don't have Dynamax to help us survive this hit. So I tell my Magikarp, you better hit that Hydro Pump, and our macho Magikarp says, I got you, and it lands the hit. But it doesn't quite kill. And Mr. Rhyme fires off a Thunderbolt, and unfortunately knocks out my Magikarp. But we're not giving up there. We got pretty far actually, so we're gonna try this again, but this time I'm gonna allow my Magikarp to hold an item. There are lots of different items I could give Magikarp to help it out, but for me, I'm gonna choose the item the Eviolite. Now, in-game they say it's a mysterious evolutionary lump. Ooh, that word is disgusting, lump. When held by a Pokemon that can still evolve, it raises both defense and special defense. So this essentially, when I give it to Magikarp, will make it a little bit more bulkier. I'm thinking combining this with Dynamax will make it so it can tank hits really, really well and hopefully survive a few of those annoying Thunderbolts. Let's go back in and fight Leon again. Starting up the second battle, we're going for that same exact strategy, except this time we're a little bit more bulky. My first turn, I Dynamax Macho Man and turn him into Super Macho Man, and we go for the Max Geyser. Although I noticed something. Aegislash does not use King Shield. Max Geyser does a lot of damage and gets Aegislash in the low yellow zone and of course sets up the rain for us. But this time, Aegislash decided to attack me and goes for Shadow Ball, something I was really hoping it wasn't going to do. With the Eviolite, Macho Man is a pretty bulky boy and shoves that damage right off, although last time we didn't take any damage from Aegislash, so we're kind of off to a worse start already. One more Max Geyser though, and that thing's down. Next up, once again, is the dreaded Dragapult, and we're still unable to one-shot it, so it goes for Thunderbolt, and again, Macho Man with that Eviolite takes like no damage from it at all. We're brought down to 281 HP, which is still above the halfway mark. I can't believe I'm seeing Magikarp tank these super effective hits, but unfortunately, the fun does not last forever. Macho Man reverts back down to Tiny Magikarp, and we're down to 141 HP. And we're also back to using Hydro Pump, which has that chance of missing again. The next turn, Macho Man manages to fire off a Hydro Pump and takes out the Dragon.